Jumbo, brothers and sisters. Jumbo. This is your brother, Yesha Yaakov Wadi, aka Eric Rice, coming to you live from the criminal operation called the state of Illinois. Welcome once again to the Brother Rice Network. Listen, I was just informed just a minute. I just got done picking my son up from the school, Changi Manji school here in Chris Hill, Illinois, Joliet area, Chicagoland. And they was telling me about this pervert, this janitor that works at the school, and they was telling me how they found out about how he was secretly recording kids. They didn't go into specifics as far as the gender or where he put the cameras at, or all that good stuff. They just said that he was secretly recording kids and in the bathroom. You know, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. You know, I think they said his name was Scott Thompson, something Thompson. I forget now. His name escapes my memory at this particular moment, which goes to show his insignificance. But it just goes to show, family, we live in a sick world. We live in a sick world. There's no other way around it. There's no other way to put it. We live in a sick world. And the more and more I hear things like this, as a matter of fact, for my Chicago viewers, if you tune in to ABC Channel 7 tonight at 5 and 10 o'clock this evening, you should see the story, and you should see my interview with ABC 7 News. So tune in at 5 this evening, and at 10 you will see my interview with ABC 7 News here in Chicago. But it just goes to show how degenerate that society has become, how sick and twisted that society has become. This don't make no daggone sense. Now you have to worry about your kids going to school, not only not receiving a proper education, but you now have to worry about, well, it's always been the case, but this thing right here just confirms it. Now you got to worry about perverts. You got to worry about the teachers. You got to worry about the janitors, and this particular person was a janitor, by the way, and all other people that's supposed to be on a professional level working with our kids. And the more and more I'm inundated with stories like this and hear about stories like this, the more and more I tell myself, you know what? It is probably to our advantage as parents. It's probably to our best interest as parents to homeschool our children. Get them homeschooled. At least this way, if they're homeschooled, you will know that they're not being indoctrinated by false information. Because please understand and know, just because they're in the public school or in a school period, that does not mean that they're not being indoctrinated with false information. Yeah, it's a school, and the school is supposed to teach them properly, but that does not mean that they're not being falsely indoctrinated with information that is to their detriment. And so I say it again, I say it once more, and I will continue to yell this out and say it until I can't say it anymore. We as parents have had to have more influence on our kids, educationally and all otherwise, and all other mannerisms, because we live in a sick world. We live in a sick world. That's my son in the background right there. That's my boy. I love him. I love him. That's my heart right there. He bad as hell, but I love him. That's my son right there. I love him. I love him. I love him to death. Okay? That's my heart. I love him. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Hey, next year, he will not be in public schools. I'm going ahead and let him finish this year out. But at the end of this year, he's getting homeschooled. Where I know he's safe. Where I know that he's learning properly. And he's not being indoctrinated with all this false information from these devils that want to see him not succeed where he should. Okay? And once again, just because he's in the public school and just because he's being taught, or your children too, that doesn't mean that the faculty there has your best interest. Because at the end of the day, they don't. And at the end of the day, I mean, I'm not saying that you don't have good teachers out there. And I'm not saying that you don't have honest teachers out there. Because you do. You have people that care. Hey, I'm not disputing that. What I am saying is, what about the people that's over them? That's who I'm concerned about. The people that's over them. And then I'm concerned about the people that's over them. And the cycle continues. Okay? Because at the end of the day, the teacher don't have the power. They don't. A lot of them mean well. They want to do right by our children. But at the end of the day, they have no say-so in what is being taught to kids. The curriculum. They don't have any say-so in that. They don't have any say-so in none of the education. All that comes from up top, a higher power. And that higher power is what I'm afraid of. That higher power, it is what is destroying our youth and taking their innocence from them. I mean, you got now in the school district, I don't know about the rest of the nation. I do know about Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. You got the Project 10 in Philadelphia, where they have to teach. It's a mandate. It's a mandate. Go look it up. Don't take my word for it. Go punch it up. Project 10, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania Public Schools, where they are indoctrinating our children with homosexuality and teaching them that it's okay for a boy like a boy and a girl like a girl. What kind of sick shit is this? Then again, this is America. This is the sickest nation on earth. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it 100 for a minute. Yeah, this is the land of free, so-called land of free. If you look like me, this ain't the land of free. Okay? And you know that. Anybody that's watching this video knows I'm telling the truth. This may be the most powerful, most richest nation on earth. There's no disputing that. I'm not denying that. Why is the United Snakes of America the most powerful nation on earth? Why is the United Snakes of America the most richest, wealthiest nation on earth? I'll tell you why. Because of my ancestors. People of color that's watching this video, because of your ancestors. Our ancestors. Blood, sweat, and tears made this nation the way it is. If it wasn't for African slaves, America would not be the superpower that it is. Let's just keep it real. Because nobody built this nation but our ancestors. Nobody built this nation but our ancestors. Out of their own blood, sweat, and tears, my ancestors built this nation. And my ancestors and your ancestors, if you're watching this video and if you are a person of color, built this nation and made it what it is today. A superpower. That's right. A superpower. America would not be what it is today without our ancestors. It would not. And so we owe it to our ancestors. Once we know better, we need to do better as a people. And once we know better and do better, we need to teach our children the proper way. It's hard to do in Babylon, brothers and sisters. It's hard. We in Babylon. We in the belly of the beast. It's hard. But it's possible. It's possible. We can do it. It's going to require more of our attention. It's going to require more hard work from us. But it can be done. It can be done. It will be done. It will be done. At least on my end. I can't speak for everybody else that's watching this video. But on my end, it's going to be done. I'm going to make sure of it. Like I say, hey. It's sad that I had to even make this video. It really is. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And